First Appearance Court. My name is Judge Kim Teresa Malika. Today you're going to be informed of the charges and we're going to determine if there's probable cause. Today is not your trial day. Please do not talk about the facts of your case. Everything is being recorded. You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. We have Mr. Romero, who's at the main jail, and we have Mr. Reedy, who is to my right here in the main courtroom. If you have a private attorney, please let me know when you step up to the podium. First case, is Mr. Romero there at the main jail?
Yes, Judge.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, Chiquita Thomas. Chiquita Mercedes Thomas.
On their way, Judge.
Okay. Who do you have there?
The males, but the females are on their way.
All right, so give me who you have.
Okay, we'll go in order. The first male column would be on page... Mr. Peglow, 5, Judge?
How do you spell
Anthony
it?
Peglow, P-E-G-L-O-W. Mr. Peglow, come on up. Coming up, Judge, and he declined the service with public defender.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Romero. Okay, Mr. Peglow, you understand that if you can't afford an attorney, the court will appoint the public defender for today. Are you able to afford an attorney, sir, or do you want the services of the public defender? Do you have a private attorney?
I got to get my own attorney.
All right, so for today, purposes of today, you just want to fill out an application and use the public defender?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, what do I do? I mean, shit.
You can go ahead and apply for public defender. Can we put it on brief recall, Judge?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we'll wait a minute for you. Hello, Madam Clerk, how are you? Fine, thanks. Waiting for you. Or Mr. Reedy, whoever wants to go first.
Jimmy Shadowbell, on page 6, Judge, he declined the service of public defender.
Hey, Mr. Shadowbone, you understand that if you can't afford an attorney, the court will appoint one. Do you have a private attorney, or do you want to represent yourself, or do you want the court to appoint the public defender for purposes of today? Thank you, ma'am.
I'd rather represent myself.
That's fine. All right, sir. You have, let's see. You have driving while license is suspended, second offense, $100 bond. Count 2 and 3 are not for magistrate. Those are just civil traffic infractions. Disobey or avoid a traffic device, expired tag, less than 6 months. And 4, 5, 6, and 7 are capious misdemeanors at $500 each for a total of $2,000 for those. So total is $2,100. You're going before Judge Melinda Brown on August 23rd at 8 a.m. You verify your address here. Is your address 1630 Northwest First Way, Pompano Beach?
Yes.
Can you afford to pay the $2,100 in bond?
No, those seem like duplicates. Can you cut it at all, please?
Well, they're not duplicates. One is case number 401.
It's 4 charges or 2?
It's 2. There's case number 183702 MM10A has 2 charges. And then case number 18401 MM30A is 2 charges again. One you failed to appear July 26th. 2018, and the other one is June 7, 2018. Do you have an plea offer state?
Yes, the withhold court costs on count 1. Actually, I would offer withholds on 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Just make it financially better for me.
Okay, sir, so here's where you're at. If you want to resolve your case today, then the state attorney's offer is on the driving, well, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, on the driving while license is suspended, the possession of marijuana, you have 2 counts of that, and you have 2 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia, 2 counts of that. So you have 5 counts total, okay? And DWLS, driving while license suspended, possession of marijuana under 20 grams, possession of marijuana under 20 grams, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of drug paraphernalia. If you want to resolve your cases today, the state attorney is offering a withhold of adjudication, which means no conviction, so you won't get the 2-year driver's license administrative suspension, and court costs. The court costs are going to be $293 times, I'm sorry, it'll be $308 for the possession of marijuanas, times 2, because 1 in each case, and the driving while license is suspended is $293. Now let me just tell you, if you get 3 convictions within 5 years of driving while license is suspended, 3 convictions within 5 years, and this appears to be your second, it could be your third, your license is suspended for a period of 5 years as a habitual traffic offender. Do you have his driving record, Madam Clerk, for Jimmy Chatavoy? Oh, thanks, Michelle. Hi, Tifa. Okay, I see a driving while license is suspended in 2015. This appears to be your second. It could be your third. Don't rely upon me. And if it's your third conviction within 5 years, your license is going to be suspended for 5 years as a habitual traffic offender. What would you like to do, sir? Do you want to resolve your cases today? Do you want to try to get your driver's license reinstated and maybe go to court? I could ROR you on that. What would you like to do?
I want my license reinstated.
Okay, I don't reinstate your license. That you're going to have to do.
Yeah, I can get it reinstated tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but after I get this case resolved.
Well, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 outstanding tickets. So, all right, so this is what I'll do. On the driving while license is suspended, if you don't want to resolve it and come back to court, I'll ROR you on that. However, what do you want to do with the cases that you failed to appear on for the possession of cannabis and possession of drug paraphernalia?
Is the state offering that?
A withhold of adjudication on each count, and it would be, I have to impose mandatory court costs of $308 on each case. I give you 6 months for one, a year on the other.
6 months on 2 and a year on another 2?
On the $308, on one case, I'll give you 6 months to pay. And on the second $308 court costs, in the second case, I'll give you 1 year to pay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, then raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
All right, is your name Jimmy Chatavoine, Chadavoine?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. I have to ask you a couple questions, okay? It's my understanding you wish to give up your right to a trial and your right to have an attorney in case number 18401, MM30A, and in 183702, MM10A. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
All right, and is anybody forcing you to do this?
No.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication, or ever been treated for a mental illness?
No.
You understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of his charge could result in deportation proceedings. But if you're a U.S. citizen, you don't have to worry about that. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, so understanding everything I explained to you in these 2 cases, How do you wish to plead to possession of cannabis, 2 counts, 20 grams or less, and possession of drug paraphernalia? Guilty, not guilty, no contest.
No contest.
All right, sir, the court is going to accept your plea, find that it's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file and finds probable cause for the plea. Court's going to withhold adjudication and impose court costs on the possession of marijuana, Madam Clerk, and $308 in court costs. For the first case, I'll do 6 months to pay, and I will allow partial payments. And in the other case, I'm going to withhold adjudication. Well, first of all, I'm going to withhold adjudication on each count, and I'm going to impose court costs on count 1 on the second case, the possession of marijuana, and do $308 mandatory court costs, and give Mr. Chatavoni 1 year to pay, and allow partial payments. Court will take judicial notice of the time that you served in the Broward County Jail. You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. The only issue left, sir, is the driving while license is suspended, second offense. You do have to appear in court, okay? If you don't, you're going to spend another night in jail. Good luck to you.
All right, do I have any bonds remaining?
No, I ROR'd you on the driving while license is suspended. You're done with your possession of marijuana.
Free today?
You're going to go, unless you have something else pending we don't know about, okay?
Thank you very much.
Sir, don't forget, if you change your address, let the clerk of the court know, okay, in writing with your case number. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And Judge, we're ready on Mr. Peglow. I had an opportunity to speak to him, Judge.
Okay, let me find his. I don't know what I did with it. What is it, PEG?
LOW, correct, Judge.
Okay, Anthony Peglow. Here it is.
Yeah,
All right. I didn't tell him what he had first. Let me go through the charges. Okay, so Mr. Peglow, you have DUI, alcohol or drugs, first offense, $500 bond. Count 2 is DUI with damage to property or person of another, $1,000 bond. Count 3 is leaving the scene of a crash involving damage to property. No bond attached to that. It's essentially an ROR. Failure to register a motor vehicle, same thing. Driver presents non-current proof of insurance, same thing. And attach a registration license plate not assigned, same thing. You do have 2 civil traffic infractions, counts 7 and 8, which are not for magistrate court: disobey or avoid a red light, and failure to use due care. Hold on. Court does find, yes? Court does find probable cause. It's my understanding, sir, that your bond's been posted. But before you go, let me check your address, because I want to make sure you get your notice. 18507 Old Princeton Lane, Boca Raton?
Yeah.
All right, look for your court date, sir. Good luck to you.
Yep, your father already posted.
Good. Okay, then we have John Burton. Hi. Don't worry about it. No, not a problem. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Burton, was he on this morning's docket?
I believe he was, Judge.
I don't have him here.
He was towards the back when the bailiff was looking at it.
And Judge, we're waiting for him to arrive. He was the one that was reset from this morning, so he's still not here at the main jail.
Why don't I have his paperwork? Oh, here it is. Okay. Sorry. I was stuck to something else. So as soon as he gets here, they'll let us know.
Very well, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, let him know because we have his private attorney here, okay?
No problem, Judge.
Okay, so let's go to Caldwell. Terrell Caldwell.
He's here, Judge.
Hello, Mr. Caldwell.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Sir, we have possession of a weapon or ammo by a convicted Florida felon. We need to talk about bond. Count 2 is carrying concealed firearm, $1,000 bond. Count 3 is resisting an officer or obstructing without violence, $100 bond. Count 4 is trespass property, armed, $1,000 bond. And then we have a municipal ordinance violation, which I don't know where Mr. Shade is, but I'm assuming he'll be here soon. So let's go ahead on mistake cases. State?
Your Honor, I'd be requesting a $10,000 bond on count 1.
Okay.
Mr. Caldwell's out on bond for carrying concealed firearm.
Okay, so the court does find probable cause.
Judge, $10,000 is something Mr. Caldwell advised me he's not going to be able to afford. He currently is right now. He's signing up for Sun Ed in order to obtain high school diploma. He works when he can at a labor pool, and as you know, Judge, depending on the day, it ranges. He can make anywhere from $6 per day. He lives in Fort Lauderdale with his mother. He's been residing at the same location now for a number of years. That's the person he's going to be contacting help post his monetary bond. So, Judge, we'd be asking you to set a bond on count 1 of $1,000. Leave the other bonds in place. If that is correct, that would be a total of $3,125. Also, we'd ask you to sign an order allowing us to photograph Mr. Caldwell's injuries that he sustained.
Okay, I'll grant a photo order. Court's going to set bond at $7,500. Says he's a 5-time convicted felon, including robbery and carrying a concealed firearm. On the municipal ordinance, I'll tell you what, I'll set it at $1. And well, the municipal ordinance is going to be the public defender's office, correct?
If it's attached with the state offense,
I believe it is. Mr. Reedy?
That to be correct, Judge. If they are
Okay.
intertwined, we
All
will
right,
be
so then I won't
representing
appoint
them on
Mr. McLaurin since you are appointed, PD is appointed on MO case.
On the count 3, the resisting without violence, would you lower it to $1?
Yes. So this is what I'm gonna do. I mean, $7,500, $1,000, $1, $1,000, $1. You need me to repeat that, Ivy? No, ma'am. Okay. Thank you.
Senior.
Donald Smoot. Where is Mr. Shade? Let me give him a call. Let me. Make sure he didn't forget about us. Hi, Mr. Shea, you're on speakerphone. Do you know when you're going to get here today?
Because I'm waiting on a delivery to my home for some furniture, and they haven't come yet. They give me one of those time windows.
So why don't I do this? So why don't we call the case, and we could just move forward with it at least.
Okay, that'd be perfect.
Mr. Cunningham? Callahan. Mr. Callahan is here. He says he'll stand in for you.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Hope your delivery comes soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Okay. So let's call Donald Smoot. I think this is a Fort Lauderdale case anyway. Let me know when your client comes in, okay, counselor? Huh? Let me know when he comes in.
Sitting there.
Okay. Okay. All right, we'll call him next then. Okay, Mr. Smoot, you have resisting an officer without violence, tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, and we have a municipal ordinance violation, possession of an open container. Is this one, the public defender is going to be representing the defendant on the municipal ordinance?
I believe so, Judge. That's
Okay.
the way it looks to me.
All right, so this is one where the public defender will be representing the defendant in MO case. Okay, so we have resisting or obstructing without violence, $1,000 bond on tampering, and 3 municipal ordinance, the open container. Court does find probable cause. So let me, doesn't have a verifiable address. It says at large. Does he have any mailing address at all for anyone?
No, Judge, I asked him and he does not.
Okay, sir, you might want to check with some of the shelters and stuff. A lot of times they allow you to use their address, okay? So, did you talk to him about the CRC?
No, I have not, Judge. I have not. Let me talk. Judge, I did talk to him briefly. Right now, he would be interested in those types of services with the centralized receiving center.
Okay. All right, so what say you, Mr. Romero?
Judge, as you know, he's at large. He's homeless. He's has no mailing address. He's 53 years old. He's not working. The only good thing I see from what he told me is he's had contact with the law, with the criminal justice system, but it's been a couple years now. Judge, I'd be asking you to consider releasing Mr. Smoot on pretrial release.
State, when's the last time he's had any contact with the judicial system? And by that I mean a sentence or something, obviously, or arrest. 2015? 14. All right, State, any objection to an ROR?
No.
Yes? No?
No.
Okay. I'm going to give him an ROR, but here's the thing. He's got to, get an address or go to the public library, browardclerk.org, go to one of the courthouses. You just don't have to come to the main one. You can go to Deerfield, Hollywood, Plantation, and find out your court date. Or you can always call the public defender's office. They should be able to tell you as well. All right, so I'm going to ROR him, release him tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. to the CRC, okay? Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
And Judge, the gentleman who had private counsel is here.
Okay, yeah, he said he saw his client, so let's call up Mr.
Burton.
Burton, please, John Burton. Yes?
Yes.
From when? Yeah, in the morning. They're not doing nighttime for this week because they're training the driver. Otherwise, I'd release him at 9. So tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Okay? Is there a problem? Yeah, I'm going to have Michelle come down and do it.
Good afternoon, Judge Brandon Rothbard. On behalf of Charles Burton, Mr. Josh Fade asked me to appear on his behalf this afternoon. He was carried over from this morning.
Now I have to find this paperwork.
Okay, top of page 21 from this morning.
Here it is. He's way on the bottom.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Burton, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
And you're appearing on whose behalf?
Mr. Burton's behalf. An attorney by the name of Josh Fade asked me to appear for him.
Spell his last name?
My name or his name?
His name. I know yours.
F-A-E-T-T. First name Josh. He's in Naples. But he's not filing an appearance on behalf of Mr. Burton. If anything, it would be myself.
Okay. Okay, you're Brandon Rothbard.
Rothbard, correct.
Rothbard. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Burton, you have DUI, alcohol, or drugs first offense, $500 bond. Count 2 is possession of controlled substance without a prescription, $1,000 bond. And count 3 is possession of cocaine, $1,000 bond. The court does find probable cause. Let me just verify your mailing address, 800 River Point Drive, Naples, Florida.
Yeah, my mailing address would be 3200.
Well, what's the address you're giving me? Where do you want your court notice to go is what I want to know.
I would like to go to 3200 Bailey Lane.
Okay, spell the B-A-I-L-E-Y.
B-A-I-L-E-Y. Lane. Naples, Florida. 34104.
Okay, so 3200 Bailey Lane, Naples, Florida, 34104.
Correct.
Is there an apartment number or unit number attached to
Yeah,
that?
it would be 270, unit 270.
Okay, so what say you, defense?
Nothing, Judge. I reviewed the A form for purposes of probable cause. It seems like that exists here. The court set the standard bond, so hopefully he'll be released shortly. I'm going to go over to the main
Does
jail.
he have somebody to pay it, or?
I'm not sure, Judge. I'm actually going to go over to the main jail right now and meet with him and discuss that matter with him. So I'll be there shortly.
I think, yeah, I do have somebody on the way.
Okay.
Is this the first time he's been charged with anything?
No.
I believe he had some prior misdemeanors, Judge.
There's 2 prior DUIs that were broken down to reckless driving.
Okay. All right, then I'll leave a $2,500 bond in place. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Let
Have
me
a good
know
day.
if he can't
I'll be
pay it,
over to see
okay?
you
We can
shortly,
set
okay?
it for a second look.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Callahan, thank you for your patience. Oh, we have the Spanish interpreter here. I gotta take her first, I'm sorry. I apologize, Mr. Callahan. And I promise you're next, even before the public defender. Okay, who do we have for a Spanish interpreter, Mr. Romero?
Conte, Judge.
Okay, anybody at the
Didn't
main
quite catch
jail
the
need
name.
the Spanish interpreter?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Okay, tell me at Conti first. I need his name, please.
Sorry, Felix Barrera.
Is he on the regular docket or a second look?
Second look.
Okay. And Mr. Callahan. This is Mr. Shates. Mr. Callahan, I don't know if you want to come up on this one. This is for another person that you're covering for Mr. Shade after this case. You might want to call them up. I don't know if they're in North Broward or where they are. You're welcome. Okay. Does anybody know, is this a felony or misdemeanor?
Misdemeanor.
And what's the name again?
Felix Barrera Marquez.
Okay, page 4. Okay, Madam Clerk, I'm going to give you those to hold on to. Here. I want to look something up for a moment. Do you have a file on this person, Ivy? Yes, ma'am. Can I see it, please? Thank you. Okay, let me have you raise your right hand. Do you swear and or affirm to translate from Spanish to English, English to Spanish to the best of your ability?
I do. Maria Salazar, certified court interpreter.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, this was signed by Judge Cohen.
Esto está firmado por el juez Cohen.
So he did $1,000 on attaching a registration license plate not assigned and failure to register a motor vehicle.
El cargo es en poner un sticker ilegal en donde estaba la placa y no registrar su vehículo.
With a level 2 GPS.
Le están dando la libertad con un monitor satelital nivel 2.
So, State, is this part of a domestic violence, or is it separate?
It was originally, the domestic violence charges were dropped.
Esto originalmente iba con una acusación de violencia doméstica, los cuales fueron retirados.
So he doesn't have the $25,000 bond anymore?
Ya no tiene la
What's the
fianza
most?
de 25,000. Ahora nada más está retenido por un programa pre-trial.
I also have an offer if he is interested in
Yeah, I
resolving
was
it.
El
also
fiscal
thinking
también
of
tiene una
deleting the
oferta si
condition,
está
but
interesado en resolver.
And the offer would be a withhold in court costs.
Esa oferta sería retención de la condena y costos de corte.
okay, withhold and court costs on both charges.
Retención de fallo y costo de corte en ambos cargos.
Is he represented by the public defender?
He is now.
Ahora ya está representado por el abogado de oficio.
If I could borrow our interpreter for a few minutes, maybe I can explain to him what that means.
Sure,
El
no
abogado de
problem.
oficio le va a explicar.
Thank you, Ivy, for
intérprete.
lending me your folder. It's just not.
Why don't you come on over here? I'm going to call up to the jail.
All right, so let's start with your cases,
Judge, I have
Mr. Callahan.
Mr. Barrera Marquez.
Good.
I'm going to put you on
Okay,
Spanish.
thank you. Okay, so we're gonna resolve them, or?
Is she on the screen there at North Broward? If we could switch
Well,
her
that's
over?
why I was saying if you want to call up fast after they're done, because I think you got to talk to her on this. This one, it would be adjudication, time served, each one. No return.
Sentence would be a withheld adjudication. Which means no conviction. You would be required to pay court costs. He didn't pay those court
Okay. Bien, la libertad.
Deputy Aconti, can you mute the mic so we don't hear him? A lot going on, Jackie.
You're running a smooth ship, Judge.
Huh?
You're on the ball.
Thank you. Okay, so this is for Michelle, for the CRC. That's for the clerk. Okay. Okay, who would you like to take first?
Judge, I'm at your leisure.
Tell me who you have. Are you doing Kevin Lucas, or is that Mr. Shate? Do you know?
I believe that was a Fort Lauderdale case from this morning that was
Yes, it
reset.
is.
I don't know if he refused or if he's come this afternoon.
Okay, let's see. Kevin Lucas, please. Kevin Lucas.
Might have been a North Broward case. Was he the one reset from North Broward this morning? I just remember one of the
North Broward's offline.
deputies, I guess not.
Okay, Craig.
Thanks so much.
North Broward's offline. Okay, they hear me calling. So. And if there's a Miss Rackle there, I'm gonna let him speak to her. Okay, so Kevin James we need, so. Do we know where Kevin Lucas is? He is? Okay.
Sorry,
Video operations.
is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Okay, so let's take any more Spanish?
Judge, there's two people here that require Spanish interpreter. Judge, the first person
Hold
would
on a
be-
second. Your
Yes, sir.
counterpart beat you to it. Who is it?
No problem.
Mr. Barrera Marquez, who we were just doing,
Okay.
he's agreed to accept the state's offer.
And that's a withhold
I believe that's correct.
and
yes,
court
ma'am.
costs. Each count state?
Yes.
All right, let's call Mr. Barrera, Felix Barrera.
Félix Barrera.
Yes.
Yes.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to tell the
¿Usted
truth?
juro afirma decir la verdad?
Yes.
Yes. En español.
It's my understanding.
Yes.
It's my understanding, sir, you wish to resolve you're attaching a registration license plate not assigned?
Señor, lo que yo entiendo es que usted quiere resolver su caso de pegar una calcomanía en una placa ilegalmente con retención de fallo y costo de corte.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, put your hand down, sir.
Baje sus manos, por favor.
It's my understanding you want to give up your right to a trial?
Lo que entiendo yo es que usted quiere renunciar a su derecho de irse a juicio.
Sí.
Yes.
Anybody forcing you to do this?
¿Alguien lo está forzando para que haga esto?
No.
No.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication?
¿Usted está hoy bajo la influencia de drogas, alcohol o medicamentos?
No.
No.
Ever been treated for a mental illness?
¿Ha sido tratado por alguna enfermedad mental alguna vez?
No.
No.
You understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen,
Usted entiende, por favor, que si usted no fuera ciudadano de los Estados Unidos,
a plea of his charge could result in deportation proceedings against you.
el declararse culpable de este cargo podría resultar en proceso de deportación en contra suya
And affect your ability to remain in the United States?
y afectaría su habilidad de poderse quedar en los Estados Unidos.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, how do you wish to plead to attaching a registration license plate not assigned?
¿Cómo usted se va a declarar a pegar una calcomanía en la placa
And failure to register a motor
y
vehicle?
el no registrar a su vehículo, su
Guilty,
automóvil?
not guilty, no contest.
Culpable, no culpable, o que no va a pelear el caso, no contest.
Que no voy a poner el caso.
No contest.
And you feel that your no contest pleas are in your best interest?
¿Usted opina de que esa declararse que no va a pelear el caso es para su mejor interés?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, and you're satisfied with the advice of your attorney, Mr. Reedy, who's in the courtroom with me today?
¿Usted está satisfecho con el consejo de su abogado, el señor Reddy, que está acá en esta corte?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, the court is going to accept your plea.
La corte va a aceptar su declaratoria
Find that's freely and voluntarily
y va a
entered.
encontrar que ha sido dada por usted en forma libre y voluntaria.
Court has reviewed the court file
Está revisando, se ha revisado el expediente de la corte
and finds probable cause for the plea.
y encuentra causa probable para esta oferta o declaratoria.
Court is going to withhold adjudication
La
on each
corte
count
le va a retener la condena
and impose court costs of $293 on count one only.
Y le va a imponer costos de corte de $293 solamente en el primer cargo.
You have 6 months to make the payments.
Usted tiene 6 meses para hacer pagos
Partial payments are
y
accepted.
se permite hacer pagos parciales.
If you don't make the payments, your driver's license could be suspended.
Y si usted no hace los pagos, no cumple con los pagos, pueden suspenderle la licencia.
You'll be arrested if you're found driving while your license is
Y
suspended.
lo van a arrestar si lo encuentran manejando con la licencia
Have to pay
suspendida.
a $25 late fee.
Se impone una $25 por pagos atrasados.
And it can affect your credit.
Y eso puede afectar su crédito.
You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court.
Tiene usted 30 días para apelar la sentencia de la corte.
If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed, sir. Thank you.
Si
Good luck.
usted no puede pagar un abogado, se le puede asignar, la corte le puede asignar un abogado. Y que tenga buena suerte.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, any more for the Spanish interpreter at the main jail?
Yes, Judge, the first person would be Jessica Quadros Rivera on page 1. Senora?
Sure, come back. You know what? Why don't you give the deputy your cell? Just in case. I'm sorry, I apologize. All right, who is it? I'm sorry.
¿Cómo se llama, perdón?
Jessica Quadros Rivera on page 1 of the afternoon docket.
Okay, Jessica Paula Quadros Rivera. Is that your name,
Jessica
ma'am?
Paula Cuadros Rivera. Yes.
All right, ma'am, you are charged with count 1 and 2, burglary, unoccupied conveyance, unarmed.
Se le acusa en el primer cargo y en el segundo cargo allanamiento de una morada desocupada sin portar armas.
We need to talk about bond. Count 3 is petty theft, first degree.
El tercer cargo sería hurto menor, que es un delito menor del tercer grado.
Of property between 100 to 300.
Que es de una propiedad entre $100 y $300.
Court does find probable cause.
La corte encuentra que hay causa probable.
What say you, defense? I mean, state.
La fiscalía va a decir lo que opinan de su caso.
Your Honor, I'd be requesting a $2,500 bond on each count. 1 and 2.
Solicitan $2,500 de fianza en cada uno de los cargos.
The allegations are that she broke into 2 cars at 2 locations.
De acuerdo con los alegatos, usted entró ilegalmente en 2 carros en 2 diferentes localidades.
In the town of Davie within a short period of time.
En Davie, en un periodo de tiempo bastante corto.
One day after the other.
Un día después del otro.
See an at-large address.
I'm sorry?
At-large address.
I'm sorry, interpret.
There's an at-large address.
A-T-L-A-R-G-E.
Hay una dirección.
Okay. And I have no information about her in my database.
Y no tengo ninguna información sobre ella en mi base de datos.
So nothing can be confirmed as far as ties to the community, how long she's resided here.
Entonces no podemos confirmar nada sobre su lazo en la comunidad o cuánto tiempo ha vivido acá.
I would just add, Judge.
Yo voy a añadir, su abogado de la defensa está diciendo
both she and Miss Estrella, her co-defendant,
que usted y la señora Estrella son coacusadas
cooperated with law enforcement's investigation
y han cooperado con la investigación de la policía
and gave statements to the investigating
y dieron declaraciones a los investigadores.
According to this, they ran from the victim when they were confronted.
La fiscalía dice que ustedes se corrieron de la víctima cuando fueron confrontadas.
Actually, I'm sorry. At first, I believe they laughed at her.
Al principio, más bien se rieron de la víctima
And then she ran. And then
y luego se corrieron.
And then she cooperated.
Y luego dice su abogado que luego cooperaron.
Judge,
Where's your
the
client
$5,000
live? I mean, I have to tell you, I'm looking here, I just want to let you know my thoughts.
Yes, sir.
Estoy viendo,
It
quiero
has
que sepa usted
no
lo que
country of birth,
no dice país de nacimiento.
doesn't even have how long she's lived here.
It lists place of birth on the PC affidavit in
No dice
Colombia.
ni cuánto tiempo ha vivido acá y han dejado en blanco el lugar de nacimiento.
Judge, if I may?
Sure.
She's been here for 5 months. She is 22
Le
years
está
old and she
diciendo
is
su abogado que usted está viviendo acá por cinco meses.
Right now, she was living in Davie, the city of Davie, in a trailer, but unfortunately,
En la actualidad estaba viviendo en la ciudad de David en un trailer, pero desafortunadamente
the trailer that she was living in is no longer available to her. So at this moment, she is homeless in her
entonces
home.
pero que lamentablemente el trailer donde estaba viviendo ya no está disponible.
My understanding, Judge, in the 5 months that she's been here, this is her first arrest.
Y durante los 5 meses que usted está viviendo acá, este es el primer arresto que tiene.
She really has no sort of financial, resources to post a monetary bond.
Y que no tiene los recursos monetarios para poner su fianza.
She did advise me, however, she has a phone in her property, and also in her property is a Bible with her name on it where she could have, she has phone numbers listed of people maybe she can call
En
to
su
help post a monetary
propiedad
bond.
usted tiene un teléfono y que también tiene una Biblia donde tiene los nombres de las personas que conoce.
Judge, I'm going to be asking you to considering what my colleague stated as far as mitigating circumstances, that she cooperated with law enforcement to
Sobre
ask for
las
pretrial release.
circunstancias mitigantes,
Pretrial release.
le van a dar la libertad con un programa pre-trial, anterior al juicio.
Judge, I did advise her right now, she doesn't have a mailing address. It's going to be her responsibility to update the clerk of court.
Su abogado está diciendo de que usted no tiene ahora dirección de correos y es responsabilidad suya mantenerse al tanto de las fechas de la corte.
And she would have to come here to the courthouse or go online.
Y que usted tendría que ver sus fechas, que tiene que venir acercándose acá a la corte a preguntar, o por la internet.
Where's her passport?
¿Dónde está su pasaporte?
In her property.
Está en su propiedad, están diciendo.
Okay, anything further, State?
No, Judge.
All right, no victim contact, direct or indirect, with the alleged victim with the initials AKW.
No puede tener contacto ni directo ni indirecto con la víctima de iniciales AKW.
Does Miss Rivera
Jasmine
have any
Rivera,
money in her property?
¿usted tiene dinero en su propiedad?
Yes, she does. She has $22, she advised me.
Sí tiene dinero.
All right, so the court's going to put her on standard pretrial supervision.
La va a poner la corte en supervisión del programa pre-trial anterior al juicio. una
Report,
supervisión normal.
report within 24 hours. You can give her a map, Mr. Romero.
En 24 horas.
Call in twice a week.
Tiene usted que llamar 2 veces por semana a reportarse.
Report once a month, and if I haven't said it, the court does find probable cause.
Y reportarse una vez al mes. Y la corte sí encuentra que hay causa probable para el delito.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Gracias y buena suerte.
Bianca Estrella. Hello.
North Broward, Your Honor, she's a medical reset.
Okay. Let me just ask, main jail, anybody else need a Spanish interpreter?
Yes, the last one would be on page,
Is this a second look or a regular docket?
right, it was regular docket, I believe. I have it. I wrote. Where? ¿Qué es su nombre? Horacio? Horacio qué? Pablo.
Horacio Pablo Calmo?
Yes.
Okay.
There, page 4.
Okay, are you Mr. Horacio Pablo Calmo?
Señor, ¿usted es Horacio Pablo Como?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, sir, you have resisting an officer, obstructing without violence, $100 bond.
Señor, se le acusa de resistir al oficial, obstruir al oficial sin violencia. Eso lleva una fianza de $100.
And count 2 is knowingly giving false info to a law enforcement officer, alleged crime.
El segundo cargo es dar información falsa a un oficial.
$100 bond set on that as well.
También otros $100 por ese cargo.
Court does find probable cause.
La corte encuentra que hay causa probable para el delito.
$200 total bond. What say you, defense?
Total fianza $200. Va a hablar su abogado.
Judge, he spoke to his girlfriend. He said his bond should be posted.
Que ya habló usted con su novia y que esa fianza ya debe estar puesta.
Ivy? Thanks. Is your address, sir, 439 Southwest 2nd Place, number 3, Pompano Beach?
Señor, su dirección es en Pompano Beach, 439 Southwest. I'm sorry, you're not interpreting that.
No bond as of yet.
No han puesto la fianza todavía. No hay fianza en este momento.
Anything further?
Nothing, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Gracias.
Anybody else need a Spanish interpreter at North Broward?
Not here, I mean.
Anybody at North Broward or Conti need a Spanish interpreter?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Conti?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Paul Ryan, need a Spanish or Creole interpreter?
I do need a Creole interpreter.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, can you call for a Creole? And what's the person's name?
She's on the motion for release. Her name is Valentine Millian.
Page 2. Hello. Good. How you doing? No. Talk now. We'll take a break. Hello, how are you? Okay, so we're back on. Who do we have that we're doing next? All right, so we got the Creole interpreter coming.
If you want, Joe, we can start on page 1.
Well, why don't we do Chiquita Thomas?
That's page 1. Come on up.
Okay.
She's approaching, Judge.
Uh-huh. Hello, Miss Thomas. How are you?
How are you? Good afternoon.
Okay, you have a violation of probation for a felony. You have a no bond hold. You have capious traffic 2, 3, and 4. 500, 500, 500. That's $1,500 total. You are going before your division judge, Judge Elizabeth Shear, on August 15th, which is 2 days from now at 8:45. And then you have a status in division, is that MD or MS? Let's see. MD, Judge Mindy Solomon, which is going to be set in the division. The court does find probable cause. What say you, Mr. Romero?
Judge, considering she has a no bond hold on count 1, nothing to add at this time, Judge.
Okay, $499 on 2, 3, and 4. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck to you. Next one is Wild Ginny St. Hilaire.
Miss St. Hilaire is approaching, Judge.
Good afternoon, Miss St. Hilaire. You have driving while licenses suspended, habitual, $750 bond. Count 2 is failure to provide proof of liability insurance, not for magistrate, expired motor vehicle registration over 6 months, first offense, not for magistrate. Count 4 is capious traffic. That is for a driving while license is suspended. The court does find probable cause. What say you, defense?
Judge, in seeing Miss St. Hilaire, she advised me she already spoke to her friend Candace and that her bond should be posted at any moment. I don't know if we can even look at it right now to see if it's already showed.
Sure. Is her address 5530 Northwest 44th Street, Lauderhill?
That is correct, Judge.
Okay. Not showing anything yet. Okay, let me know. We can set it for a second look, not a problem.
Appreciate it.
Nike Pellissier.
She's approaching, Judge. Come on up, ma'am.
Okay, good afternoon, Miss Pellissier. You have resisting an officer, obstructing without violence, $100 bond, trespass, occupied structure, or conveyance. No bond attached to that. And then you do have a warrant for with a no bond hold for felony pretrial. Court does find probable cause.
Actually, I would take issue for what it's worth to Ms. Pellissier. I don't see probable cause for count 2, the trespass.
Let me see. Well, it says she went trespassing in front of the Miramar Fire Station.
Yeah, but how did she trespass? I mean, what was she doing, and who warned her, and how was she warned? It's just a very conclusory statement that she was trespassing in front of the fire station. It doesn't say that she was asked to leave there on any prior occasions or been warned on any prior occasions. And it just comes to a conclusion that she was arrested for trespass after warning.
Okay. State, I agree. State. Okay, so court's going to do a $1 bond on 1. Thank you. Jabbar Tobert?
North Broward, I believe, Judge.
Okay, let's take Mr. Callahan. I want to get his cases done. Who do you have, sir?
Judge, I know we had Ms. Paula, she's at North Broward, I believe, or women's.
Rackle?
Women's, yes.
Okay.
The case from the city of Hollywood.
Yes.
I had a chance to speak with her over the phone. If she presents well today, I think she's
Come down, thanks.
competent.
Okay.
She understands her offer was adjudication time served on all the warrants that were outstanding, as well as the new charge.
Well, Your Honor, that would have to be an open plea. That's on a criminal mischief, so I don't have an offer at this time because there are restitution matters on count 1.
That's a state charge as
Thought
well.
that was a city ordinance case. No, I'm sorry, Judge, I apologize.
All right, so what we can do is that one, we can ROR her, or if you don't want me to resolve it, it's up to you.
Judge, she does want to
And reserve restitution?
No, I don't have an offer, Your Honor, and so. And I don't know where I would serve notice or restitution hearing. She has an at-large address.
Yeah.
Just looking at 2 through 7, she doesn't come to court.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna ROR her on count 1.
That's fine, Judge. She would like to go. We did talk about the Henderson Reception Center this morning, did we not?
Uh-huh.
She's very interested in going there, Judge.
Okay.
I'm going there. I'm going the one behind Walmart.
I don't know what it's behind. I don't think so. It's off of
Yeah,
441.
behind Walmart, there's an office, Henderson Clinic.
No. This is another place off of 441.
I know where 441 is.
Honestly, ma'am, I don't know if it's by Walmart or not. Do you, Mr. Reedy?
Yeah, I seem to remember there being a drugstore there.
I'll find it. Just give me the
They'll come
address
and
I'll
pick you
show
up. They'll come and pick you up and take you. Tomorrow morning
I
at
thought
9
I was getting
o'clock.
OR today.
No, it'll be tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
If you want to go, I mean, they can do all the things that we talked about this morning that you want help getting done. That's where you can start, right there with them, because they've got all the information that you need.
Okay, so I'm not leaving today.
No, tomorrow morning at 9.
Okay.
Okay?
So they take me to Henderson.
Yes. Okay, ma'am, so you want to resolve your other cases?
Yes.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down. Is your name Paula Rackle, R-A-C-L-E?
Rackle.
Rackle.
Paula Rackle.
Okay. It's my understanding, ma'am, that you wish to resolve all your cases today except for the criminal mischief?
I'd like to resolve them all and get back with mental health.
All right, we're not doing the criminal mischief today. You got to come back to court on that.
Okay.
All right, and that's because they have to talk to the victim and talk about restitution and stuff like that, okay? All right, so you want to resolve all your cases today, and when I say that, I'm not including the criminal mischief, okay?
Paul, you understand that she's going to give you time served on the warrants that you were picked up on that are city ordinance violations, that you do have a right to go to a jury trial. But if you want to resolve those cases, they're releasing you on your own recognizance tomorrow for you to go to Henderson on the new charge. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to go forward with your plea of no contest on those outstanding city ordinance warrants that are out there? There's one for panhandling, there's one for, I believe, trespass. I read them
I want to
earlier.
get it all resolved, and I want to clean up everything and get back with mental health. Get my Social Security reinstated they took away from me, so I'm not on the street begging for money.
This is exactly the kind of thing, Paula, that the Henderson Center can help you with.
Exactly.
Okay, so ma'am, do you want to give up your right to trial on you're sleeping on a public street, trespass, soliciting or panhandling, loitering where signs posted, unlawful panhandling and begging, and trespass private property? Do you want to give up your right to a trial in all those cases?
Yes, I just want to get it resolved, ma'am.
Okay. Is anyone forcing you to do this?
No, I just.
Are you under the? I have to ask you certain questions to make sure that you're doing this freely and voluntarily. It's not that I doubt you, okay? So let's just get through the questions. So is anybody forcing you to resolve any of your cases today and plead guilty or no contest?
No.
Okay. Ever been treated for a mental illness that would affect your ability to understand what's going on here today? Do you understand what's going? Have you ever been treated for a mental illness?
She indicated
I'm bipolar, Miss ma'am.
Okay. So does your mental illness affect your ability to understand what's going on here today?
No.
You understand what's going on?
You understand that I'm being charged for things, and you guys are offering me to give up my rights to be judged for what I did. Right?
your sentence is going to be what? On those particular cases, the judge is agreeing to time serve you on them. Do you understand that?
See.
And you understand that
I'm glad with that.
you can fight him and go to trial, but she's going to give you time served on those cases.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Hold on. So, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest to those charges?
No contest.
All right, and you're satisfied with the advice of Mr. Callahan, the attorney that's been here in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You feel that pleading no contest is in your best interest?
Yes.
All right, you understand I have to impose $78 in each case, and I'll give you 6 months to pay in court costs.
Okay, as long as I get my SSI reinstated, I could pay that back.
All right, so the court's going to accept your plea. Counts 2 through 7, find that they're free. 2 through 7, find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file and finds probable cause for the plea. Adjudication and time served. Each separate case, count 1. So count 1 will be $78 in court costs. Pardon?
It's actually count 2, Judge. Count 1 is the misdemeanor.
Count 2 will be $78. The case 540-MO40A will be $78. Case 182426-MO40A will be $78. Case number 18582-MO48, $78. 182120-MO48 is $78 in court costs, 6 months to pay, partial payments accepted. She has 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court. If she can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. Thank you. Good luck to you. You'll be transported to the CRC tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Just do the top charge, okay? And then there's another person. Okay. Just give me one moment. There was another gentleman. I think I copied it over there. Is it over there or is it over here? Okay, so Michelle. Okay, so this guy wants to go to the CRC.
Okay.
Donald Smoot. 8/14, 9 a.m. ROR on that.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
On tampering with or fabricating. Yep. Okay, do you have anybody else? I have another municipal ordinance. I have Lucas.
Yeah, he refused earlier this morning, and we were trying to get him up again.
Okay, let's see. North Broward, do we have Lucas?
I have here is refused.
Okay, voluntarily refused. Does he have anything else pending?
State, do you know if Mr. Lucas has anything else pending?
What's the first name?
Can we pull him up, Michelle? Kevin Lucas. Lucas, please.
I don't see anything else pending.
Okay, defendant voluntarily refused and absent himself. from Magistrate Court.
Judge, do you have the PC paperwork on that matter? Or the affidavit, arrest affidavit?
Yes. Court's gonna ROR him. Court does find probable cause. And then we have Jabbar Tobert.
He's in North Broward, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr.
Show-
Tobert?
Show him down in the court, down where you're at, downtown.
Okay. Mr. Romero, is there somebody there by the name of Jabbar Tobert, please?
No, Judge, my docket indicates North Broward.
How do we find somebody? This is a municipal ordinance. I want to resolve it.
He also has a $500 bond on count 1, Judge.
What's that for?
It's a violation of a restraining order on a domestic violence case.
Deputy at North Broward?
Yep.
When you say that Mr. Taubert's at the main jail, you downtown, do you mean in a courtroom or at the jail?
Yeah, I meant that. She put downtown court, but I'm actually having a look right now to see if he's still there.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Okay, while we're waiting for the deputy, how about we have another MO case? Yes.
I'm not showing him in the system at all right now, so we're trying to see where he's at. Just give me
Well, he has a
minute.
domestic violence case, you said? All right, let's call up Judge McHugh's, all right, we'll call up Judge McHugh, because that seems to be the only thing. Can you call up? Or I'll call. Just ask them if they have this person. Okay, how about Tori Leonard? Tori Leonard. Tori Leonard? What's happening here today, folks? Go up there, Michelle, and you can go up to that courtroom. Pick up, go up to the courtroom. Just ask them, say, do you have this person? Yeah, right above where we are. Okay, can someone tell me where Tori Leonard is, huh? Main jail, they need to pull him.
They're making some calls right now, Judge, as we speak.
Okay, so we'll recall. Let me know. Then we have, who else do you have, Counselor? Brown? I don't have a Mr. Brown. Is he on the second look?
Yes.
Huh? misdemeanor, second look, David Brown.
Conti, Your Honor.
Okay, good morning, or good afternoon, Mr. Brown. How are you?
I'm okay, ma'am. And you?
Good.
Speak to Mr. Brown. We're trying to figure out what's going on with him, other cases maybe. Sorry to bring it up and then put it on.
No, we can look it up too and see what else he has besides this. I don't think he has anything.
No, he doesn't.
This is it. So do you need time? We have plenty of stuff to do here, so if you want to talk to him for a moment on the phone, be my guest.
I just want to make sure you understand.
Yeah, just
Your Honor,
pull up a
Assuming
chair.
the state's making an offer.
I can also tell you, if you'd like to know, on Jabbar Tober, he had a hearing, a defense motion for ROR.
In front of who?
Judge McHugh this morning with a competency status scheduled for the 20th, so it seems like she's aware of what's going on with this DV case.
Yeah, but this isn't for the DV case for
No,
that.
I know, but I know you were asking about it, so I'm just letting you know.
Well, Michelle went upstairs, so that's okay. Okay.
We should come back and break it in one day. It's already up there. No, up. Look up. To the right. You have it there. You have it up on the top right. What are you doing?
Who do you have there?
Judge, you can go down in order. The next one would be Mr. Arton Bowen. He's on page 3 of the
Okay.
docket.
Mr.
come on
Arton
up.
Bowen.
Judge, I believe he was picked up on a misdemeanor trespass, capias, $250 bond. He advised me, Judge, that he actually showed up to court, so he believes that's an error. I did advise him, though, that he has court scheduled on the 16th, which is in 3 days.
This is MI.
Learner rent? I understand, Judge. So
I'm going to leave the $250 in bond in place. Thank you, sir. You'll see Judge Wren in a couple of days, August 16th in the morning. Okay, Nakia Gertman, is she with you?
She's supposed to be en route from 2 intake, but she hasn't arrived here yet.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, the next person would be, I believe, on page 7, then that would be George Blair.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do you want to go back to your person?
If you'd like to.
Sure. What's his name again?
Mr. Brown, David Brown.
Okay, that's right.
Sorry, Hector.
Okay, let's go back to David Brown. Where was he, Conti or North Broward? Okay, Conti.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Judge, he would like to enter a plea on no contest on his city cases, understanding that he has a right to a jury trial on those, but he'd like to resolve the cases.
All right, thank you.
The offer to resolve the state case would be adjudication time served on both counts, no return to the CVS on South Federal Highway in Hollywood.
Okay, adjudication and time served. And $78 in court costs in each separate MO case. Is that what you'd like to do, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Raise your right hand. It's okay. Raise your right hand. Do you swear and or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Your name is David Brown, B-R-O-W-N?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Put your hand down. It's my understanding you wish to give up your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody forcing you to do this?
No, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication?
No, ma'am.
You understand that you have a right to have a trial, and if you can't bond out, sir, I'll let you out, ROR, and you can come back to court and fight your case if you don't want to resolve it today. I just don't want you pleading out just because you can't bond out of jail. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you also understand that you're giving up your right to have a trial and have the state prove its case against you or the city. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so how do you want to plead? To petty theft, second degree, first offense, resisting an officer without violence, carrying an open container, and trespass private property. Guilty, not guilty, no contest.
No contest.
All right, the court's going to accept your plea, find that's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file and finds probable cause for the plea. Court's going to adjudicate and time serve on each count. Court is going to impose $293 in court costs on the petty theft. 6 months to pay, partial payments accepted. On the carrying the open container in case number 165152 and 5002, the court's going to impose $78 in court costs in each case, 6 months to pay. You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. No return, sir, to the CVS South Federal Highway in Hollywood. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Found Mr. Tobart, Your Honor.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Judge, also, I believe Tory Leonard was brought, so whenever you're ready, he's the other municipal ordinance.
Okay. Okay, Tobar, what is he? Is he a second look, ROR, what is he?
Tory Leonard?
Okay. Tory Leonard, where is he?
He's here at me. Mr. Leonard, come on.
Who was the other one that you just said? Okay, spell the last name.
Leonard.
Okay, and where is he, is what I'm asking. I understand that. Where is he on the docket? Page 3 of what? Okay, I do not have his paperwork. Because, you know what? Michelle has it. She went upstairs with it. Okay. So, where's Mr. Tobar?
Just came back from the main court, and now he's on his way over here now.
Oh, okay, I thought he was...
Literally just arrived right back now.
Okay, so let me know when he comes back, because we have an attorney waiting here, okay?
We have him en route over here now.
Perfect, thank you. Okay. Anybody else? What about Tory Leonard?
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Tory Leonard, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
You have loitering on the beach after hours?
I was walking.
Okay, sir, you're being represented by Mr. Shate. You understand that you can't loiter on the beach after hours?
Yes.
All right, so what are we going to do with this one? Want to do adjudication, time served, huh?
Is that the only matter he's being held on, Your Honor?
I believe so. Do you have any other cases pending?
No.
State, can you tell me if Tory Leonard, Leonard, I believe he's on page 3 of the docket.
If he's being held on anything else?
Does he have anything else pending?
Not on probation for anything?
He actually is not on page 3. That's the other one, Jabbar.
The court is probably going to consider giving you a time served offer as long as the state has nothing on your record. So is that something that you'd be willing to do today, knowing that that could violate your probation on anything if you're on probation for anything? But the court would consider giving you a time served offer.
Yes.
If you plead nolo contendere.
I don't see anything. I don't see anything pending in Broward.
Okay, and he understands he can't go back to that area.
And there's also going to be a trespass warning. You can't go back there, otherwise you could be rearrested. So you're willing to do that? You have a right to go to a trial. You don't have to plea out today. No contest is a way to resolve your case, or you can plead not guilty and the case will be put off for a trial.
I'll take no contest.
Are you sure that's what you want to do?
Yes, it's just I can't be trespassed because I'm always in the area a lot, and it's a little bar that I go to, right?
Sir, you can't go back there to that area. Do you understand? Because you're going to keep getting rearrested.
Okay, no, they just closed, the beach closed at 11, and I was walking by the sidewalk, and I guess the cop was having a bad day. I wasn't even on the beach. I was walking on the sidewalk.
All right.
And he was on.
I'm going to ROR him.
No. I'll take no contest. I'll take no contest.
You sure?
I have no problem. Yes.
Okay, sir, raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
All right, your name is Tori Leonard, Leonard?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down, please. It's my understanding you wish to give up your right to a trial?
Yes.
Anybody forcing you to do this?
No, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medication?
No, ma'am.
Want to give up your right to a trial and plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest to sleeping on the beach after hours?
No contest.
All right, and you believe that this is in your best interest?
Yes.
And you've had enough of time to speak to your attorney?
Yes.
All right, court's going to accept your plea, find that's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file and finds probable cause for the plea. Adjudication time served, $78 in court costs. I'll give you 6 months to pay. You can make partial payments. You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Okay.
I know you were trying to identify which cases.
We have the Creole interpreter we got to do next.
Oh, okay.
Who needs a Creole interpreter?
Not here at Maine.
2 of your felony docket, the supplemental felony docket.
Second look?
Second look docket.
Okay.
She's on page 2.
Okay, the felony. Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to translate from English to Creole, Creole to English, to the best of your ability?
I do. Chantal Bazelais, Bazelais.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so spell the last name.
Non, s'il vous plaît. Millien.
M-I-L-L-I-E-N.
Yes.
M-I-L-I-E-N. Avancez, non, madame.
Okay, page 2. So this is a motion for an ROR.
C'est en motion.
State.
The state has not filed an information.
The person,
She's at
excuse me,
Paul
Judge,
Road.
there's nobody there. Okay. Okay.
The state has not filed an information. She's entitled to an ROR.
OK, et c'est la remplie d'informations, les gens doivent gagner un salaire en OA.
Just ask that she be advised that the no victim contact order
Il n'est pas fait pour prendre aucun contact avec victime là.
for Nelson Benitez is still in place.
Qui c'est Benitez.
Okay, ma'am, so I'm going to release you on your own recognizance.
Madame, m'a pris au sorti, et puis c'est au cas pour reconnaître qu'on va sortir de prison.
But that doesn't mean that the state is not going to file charges in the future.
Ça ne veut dire qu'on va continuer dans l'avenir pour continuer les accusations.
So you're free to go, ma'am. Thank you. Good luck
Donc,
to you. Look for
vous
your
te
court
mettre
date in the
aller,
mail.
madame. Fais bon Dieu aider vous.
Thank you.
Okay?
You're welcome.
Hmm? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Au bienvenue, madame.
Anybody else need a Creole interpreter?
Est-ce que l'autre monde qui a besoin d'un interprète créole?
Not at me.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to assume no one else. Is there anybody else? Who do you have? We have Jabbar Tobert. I wonder if he's back yet.
He is.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Mr. Tobert. How are you?
I'm doing good, Your Honor. Judge, okay. Judge,
Okay, so you have a municipal ordinance violation, no lodging on city-owned property.
Yes.
So you want to resolve the case today?
Judge, I'm a little concerned about resolving the case. I know he's got that other matter that's pending.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so let's refer this to Judge Wren.
And then we'll wait and see what happens with the other case.
Okay, so we'll just leave the bond. You know what? I'm going to do the bond at $8. Thank you. Okay, sir, you'll go before Judge Wren. Can we do an order transferring it? And maybe you can call up and get him in there, Mr. Linder? I put a note on the file. Is there anybody else you have? You've been so patient today. Thank you.
I'm not sure whose office that would be appointed to. Mr. Shate, would he be the attorney
Yes.
to represent him? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make sure he finds out about that.
Yeah.
Judge.
And let's appoint Mr. Shate's office on this case. Any other cases that you have?
Judge.
Okay, we're done with Mr. Tobert. Thank you, Deputy.
Judge.
I hear you. Give me one moment.
Okay, Judge.
Yes.
No, you were trying to identify the MO cases, so there was one other MO.
Sure.
On the second look docket, Christopher Fifely. It's an MO 10A.
Fifely.
His MOs and misdemeanors aren't on, they weren't put on the second look docket, just the felony.
Where's the misdemeanor second look docket? Madam Clerk, do you know where it is?
Mr. Romero, I'm sorry.
In the I don't get the docket, but the printout that I get that's supposed to be, that was sent out, I believe.
Okay, Madam Clerk, I don't have it. All I have is the CF one.
Christopher Fifely.
Maybe you have it, Michelle?
Case number
Is there one there?
is on there.
There's
Hold
another
on.
one right there.
I can give you the case number, sir.
Right in front of me.
Maybe it's here. Hold on. Hold on, I have it. Thank you. I just have the felony one.
That's what the charges are listed on this one.
Is this it?
Yes, thank you. Okay.
What case number are you looking at over there in the main jail?
This isn't even on this docket.
I didn't make the docket.
Okay. Because it says per AO. I think we put this on. Okay, so he has possession of burglary tools, possession of burglary unoccupied conveyance, resisting without violence, defrauding an innkeeper, and alcoholic beverage violation.
Which is the MO.
Yes.
Innkeeper's a state charge.
But the alcoholic
the
beverage is
innkeeper.
an MO, right?
Correct. His bonds, I believe, are $1,000, $1,000, $500, and $99.
Yep. Does he have anything else?
I think he should bond out on this one. Is he gonna be
That's
able
all
to
he
bond
has.
out on his felony cases?
No, on nothing. He's been in custody now since the 8th of August. He's homeless. He does have a mailing address that he can receive notices. That would be in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Judge, he's asking for your honor to consider releasing him on pretrial release.
And Your Honor, the reason why
Yes, I'm listening.
the reason why I don't believe you took that action when he first came through is, one, based on his criminal history. He was arrested on May 28th of this year on a failure to appear in another case in Broward. Two, he pled out a burglary to a trespass in Dade County late March of this year. In Palm Beach County, trespass and false ID, 2017. In Dade, theft and possession of cocaine, 2017. Out of Dade, theft in 2016. Out of Monroe County, defrauding an innkeeper, 2016. Out of Dade County, theft, 2016. Out of other states, 1996 grand theft out of Mississippi. Out of Ohio, 2001 unauthorized use of property. New Jersey, 2007 theft. Maryland, 2004 theft. Out of the state of Pennsylvania, 2015 false ID to a law enforcement officer. 2011 drug offense. 2009 drug offense. 2004 terroristic threats. 2001 theft. And on the defrauding an innkeeper, which he failed to appear in court on. Your Honor, previously he was originally placed on pretrial on that case. You were brought a warrant for a violation of pretrial, and you ROR'd him on the warrant. On the state
18459 MM10A. On the defrauding the innkeeper. Pardon?
Pifley, P-E-I-F-L-E-Y.
Have a place to live?
No, he does not, Judge.
Almost, Judge.
And in this case, he's walking through a motel parking lot pulling on car doors.
I read the PC.
I know, I'm just making a record, Your Honor.
You can make your record, no problem. Just letting you know I did read the PC. Does he have any place he could live?
Unfortunately not, Judge. He does have a mailing address, though, is what he advised me, that he can get notices, but that would be from...
I stay with a friend in Pompano from time to time.
He has to have a place to live. I'll put him on a GPS open schedule. Otherwise, I don't know what to say. I mean, he doesn't show up for court. I mean, I could lower the bonds, but...
Yeah, the money, nobody's going to be able to post it.
I have a job interview coming up at the end of the week with to be helping somebody with landscaping part-time. I was hoping to get that job. I mean, if you give me one more chance, I could be sure to make the next court appearance. As far as paying on fines, it'll depend on hopefully if I get that job.
Anything further?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, I'm going to give you one more chance, sir. Pretrial supervision, but you're going to report twice a month now. And you're going to call in 3 times a week, yes?
That's fine.
All of them, just the
with it, you have to show up tomorrow.
Possession of burglary tools and unoccupied conveyance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got arraignment on Thursday, Hector, in front of Judge Carpenter Toy, on our case, the municipal ordinance case.
Well, is that gonna violate him? Does he want to resolve that today, or?
If he'll be able to show up to Judge Carpenter Toy.
Hold on, Hector.
No problem.
Does he want to resolve the MO case today, or does he want to come back on Thursday before Judge Toy, or will it hurt him if he comes back?
Thursday, that's fine.
Does he know what time and what for?
Right, so I can write it down for him.
Sure, pre-trial will give him the information too, to make sure, and that's on the case number 18-5771 MO10A.
I'm only putting him on the 2 felonies.
Thursday you have court. You have to show up to court Thursday.
And he's also, he had an in-custody hearing scheduled for Wednesday afternoon on the defrauding an innkeeper. I don't know what happens with that now if he's released.
And he has a Wednesday hearing too.
Wednesday hearing, I'm going to write it down here, so.
Division MS.
So that must have been set by the Public Defender's Early Representation Unit?
No, it was set by the clerk when he got arrested.
Here's the thing, where's he gonna get his mail?
That mailing address is the one that's at Pennsylvania, Allentown. So he gets mail there.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know what his address is in all these cases. I have 1601 North Dixie Highway, West Palm. All right, so I'll tell you what, I'm gonna, what's this case number? And he has a lot of cases pending. So he either needs to go to your office and figure it out or do something. I mean, I can't do it at first appearance.
I understand, Judge. I wrote it down for him. He has court on Wednesday. He has court on Thursday. The only thing I'm going to ask is, in Odyssey,
Court on Wednesday is Division MS. That's my old division, 4155.
40155.
4155.
That's this court.
I'm sorry, 5155.
5155. And that would be on Wednesday in the morning?
I don't know, someone told me that, so. It's gonna be
That was
Judge
an
Diaz
afternoon
handling
hearing
it.
that was set in the afternoon.
In the afternoon?
Yeah, on the defrauding the innkeeper case. That's what you said, Eric. And my case was set for an arraignment on Thursday, the 5771 case in the morning. In
Oh,
front
I
of
thought
Judge
you were
Carpenter Toy.
dissolving MS.
Judge Toy. Carpenter Toy.
She's on the 6th floor.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Yes. Then the other ones are ROR. All right, sir, you better keep up with all your court dates. Anybody else you have, sir? Thank you so much for your patience today. I appreciate it. Okay. Whatever time, like 10, 10:30, 9:30, quarter to 10. You can just stop in when you get here if you can, and you could see where we are. I don't know how many cases we have, but we'll work with you. Okay? Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. You too. All right. George Verso Blair.
Posted bond.
Bonded. Okay, Kirk Bram Douglas Thomas.
He's approaching, Judge. He's here at me.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Thomas, good afternoon, sir. You have driving while license is suspended, third or subsequent offense, $750 bond. Counts 2 and 3 are capious traffics, unlawful license tag, sticker attach, and failure to register a vehicle. Both are $50 bond, $750 for count 1, so a total of $850. Court does find probable cause. What say you, defense? Excuse me?
Speaking of Mr. Thomas, he said he already contacted his family. His family's going to be posting his bond.
All right, let me just make sure. 4250 Southwest 39th Street, West Park.
Is that your address?
Yes, that's it, correct.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good luck to you. If you can't post bond, let me know. I'll set it for a second look. Douglas Kangwa, yes?
He's here present, Judge.
What?
Okay.
Oh, his bond, the last gentleman, his bond posted.
Your bond was posted. You're out. Oh, thank you. Mr.
Okay, Douglas Kangwa.
He's here present. He has private counsel, Mr. Andrew Smallman.
I spoke with Mr. Smallman, Your Honor. He's out of town right now. He indicated to me that he represented Mr. Kongwa a long time ago. He'd like Mr. Kongwa to call him when he gets out of jail, but he's not going to be able to represent him here this morning.
Okay, so Mr. Kongwa, you're going to go ahead with the public defender, and if you want to hire Mr. Smallman when you are released, then you can do that, okay?
Okay.
All right, so count 1, possession of cannabis over 20 grams, $1,000 bond. Count 2, possession of alprazolam, Xanax, $1,000 bond. Excuse me, count 3, possession of hydrocodone, which is also known as Zydone, Vicodin, $1,000 bond. Possession of cocaine, $1,000 bond. Possession of THC, $1,000 bond. Count 6 is following too closely, not for magistrate. Court does find probable cause. Total bond is $5,000. What say you, defense?
Mr. Congo advised me he's going to bond out. He's going to use service as a bond fund, so it's not going to be a problem. I was just going over, as far as since these are drug offenses, he's probably going to get notice in the mail probably beyond the 3 or 4 weeks, so to keep on looking out for it.
Okay, 8601 Northwest 57th Court, Coral Springs.
Is that correct?
All right, thank you. Robert Sheehan.
Mr. Sheehan is approaching. Come on up, sir.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Sheehan. You have possession of cannabis, 20 grams or less, $100 bond. Count 2 is a parole violation. You will be going before the parole board, or they'll be contacting you. We're going to set bond on count 1 at $1. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. Next one is Nicholas
We're
Gibson.
requesting a phone order as well.
Sure.
On Mr. Sheehan's behalf. Thank you.
No
Judge.
problem. Nicholas Gibson.
Mr. Gibson, come on up, please.
Mr. Gibson, you have possession of alprazolam, Xanax, possession of cocaine, possession of MDMA, all $1,000 bond, and possession of cannabis, 20 grams or less. Total of $3,100. Court does find probable cause. What say you, Mr. Romero?
Judge, he advised me already spoke with his sister. She's posting it, so hopefully we have good news and it shows that it's posted.
All right, and let's verify his address. 6259 Southwest 194th Avenue.
Correct. That is correct.
Fort Lauderdale?
Yes.
Has he bonded? Not yet. Set it for a second look if he doesn't bond. Nakia Gertman?
He was, I guess, at North Broward.
She's the one that's not back in court yet. From downtown.
It's him.
Him, I mean. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Where is he downtown? All right, so let's just reset for the AM. We'll just reset it for the AM and make it easy. Thank you.
You got it.
All right, let's start with our misdemeanor. We did David Brown, correct, or no? Yes? Okay, we did the other David Brown. Jorge Pajulos.
North Broward. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are all 1 felony. 2
Okay,
felony,
Jorge Pajulos,
3
we have
All felonies.
We can hear you, Mr. Romero.
Oh, sorry.
What'd you call me? I was talking to someone else at the main jail. They didn't turn their mic off. So I was telling Mr. Romero, the public defender, we could hear him.
Oh, I thought you said, I thought you were talking to me. I said my name.
Yes, I called you. Your name is Jorge Hijuelos?
Hijuelos.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for correcting me. All right, so. Sir, you have a resisting an officer without violence and trespassing a structure. And it went to Judge Wren, and then Judge Wren wrote a little note that he... Hold on, sir.
Come back over.
Sir, let's resolve your case. Okay, sir, do you want to resolve your case today?
Come on. Let her know. Let her know.
I need to talk to my public defender.
All right, then go to the left, and he'll call you on the phone.
Thank you.
Okay, while he's doing that, let me go back to the main jail. Who do you have there? I can't hear you now.
Mr. Bailey Cazell. He's here on the second look docket, Judge.
Misdemeanor or felony?
Felony docket, Judge.
He appeared before you last week. He allegedly stole from a family friend that took him in. He was homeless.
Yep.
He advised you could live with his father. You released him to pretrial pending verification. I imagine pretrial's been unable to verify.
That's correct, Judge. The number provided by the defendant belongs to a Bill Saxon. Bill Saxon says he does not.
Judge, didn't hear the last thing that pretrial said?
Pretrial has been unable to get in touch with his father. We've left numerous messages and got in touch with the owner of the phone number, Mr. Bill Saxon, who stated that he would give the number to pretrial to his father. That was as of yesterday. As of this morning, we called, and the number goes to voicemail. So we are unable to verify at this time.
Judge, here, this is the situation, and it's true, Mr. Lender did tell, Mr. Cazell was basically homeless. He was trying to amend his relationship with his family, and one thing that he was doing, he was keeping in contact with his father. Unfortunately, as I told the court last time, his father was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. What he is under the belief is that potentially his father is now in the hospital. He's not 100% sure, and he was being upfront with me that his father would allow him to come back, but at the very least, he wants to be able to at least go to the hospital, and if it's unfortunately a bad sort of situation, he just wants to be there for with his father and spend any sort of time with him. Judge, right now, this is his first adult charge. We'd be asking you, Judge, to consider releasing him on pretrial release. These are all nonviolent offenses. And that's the only thing we can be asking for at this time, Judge. I mean, if he's in the hospital, no one's going to be picking up to verify. And even if
what hospital is he in? Can we call? They can call the hospital.
Broward North Health, North Broward Health, and the one in Pompano Beach.
Well, which one is it? Where is he? Is he in the hospital or not?
Sample and 3rd Avenue.
You mean Sample in 95?
Yeah, yes.
And Judge, I don't know what's the condition of his father. I know I called James, that's the name of his father, that day that we came back from court, which is, I believe, on Thursday. I left him a message. I haven't heard back from him. So I'm sure pretrial they said the same thing. They haven't heard back from him. So if he is in the hospital, I don't know what type of shape he is in. And like I said, he was homeless. He wasn't living there before. He was trying to mend his relationship with his family. That's where we stand.
But here's the thing, he went, I don't remember if it was a family friend or not, but someone took him in to be gracious, and then he's stealing stuff allegedly from them. So, he said he could stay with his father. I don't remember hearing about his father having cancer and all these other issues.
I did talk about that. I didn't know that he was in the hospital. And he was thinking, because he was reaching out to his father, they were trying to mend the relationship. He thought his father would potentially say yes. Now that no one's answering, he's thinking the worst news is that his father now is in the hospital.
Oh, so he doesn't know if he's in the hospital.
Well, if he's not answering, that's the only place he thinks he can be at.
Why don't you call up and see?
I did, Judge.
Just now?
Yes, Your Honor, and it went to voicemail.
Listen, he's got to find a place to go. These are some very serious charges. They're second-degree felonies. So...
They're dealing in stolen property. He allegedly did something, stole something, and sold it.
What's his prior history?
Adult charge. He's 22 years old.
How's he going to get his court date?
Judge, he'll be on pretrial. If you want him to report every week in person, he'll do that. He'll do whatever it takes. That's what he advised me. He'll come to court. He's not a flight risk. He doesn't want to have these felonies on his record, so he's going to try and come to court and see what he could do as far as not having any sort of felony convictions.
All right, call in 3 times a week. Report once a month. Report within 24 hours.
I'll give him...
Sir, you don't show up, you get a new charge. That's on you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay. As soon as you get released, 12 noon tomorrow, be there before 12 noon. Just follow the message.
Sabrina David. All right, so I'm just going to go through the misdemeanor docket. David Brown. How about Roy Range? Who's else there with you?
This gentleman right here. Come on up, sir. This is Patrick Ford. Mr. Patrick Ford.
Misdemeanor or felony?
Felony docket. He's here on a $5,000 bond for a burglary of an unoccupied structure, a drug paraphernalia, and a theft. I believe he has a total bond of $5,000 plus $1. Judge, he's asking to be released on pretrial. He has no problem with the court verifying his address. He says he's going to be living with his mom in Lauderhill, and that he has a phone number. We can contact his mom.
Okay, what are you asking for?
Judge, what I'm asking for is, unfortunately, $5,000 he can't post. I'm going to ask for pre-trial. He's going to be living in Lauderhill with his mother.
I'll do a GPS open schedule. That's what I consider.
Who is this?
Patrick Ford. He's on page
5.
Page 5 of the felony docket.
And I'd be objecting to that. The allegations are he stole earlier in the day from a CVS. He then went back and tried to break the front window. He was seen on video surveillance throwing rocks at it, at the business, and he has a history. 2017, he had a burglary of a conveyance and theft and was sentenced to 270 days. Possession of cocaine, 2017, 270 days. 2015, possession of PVP. 2014, possession of cocaine, 270 days. 2013, theft, criminal mischief. 2012, delivery of cocaine. It goes on from there, but with the allegations that he's trying to break into a business by breaking their windows, that's a public safety concern.
Mm-hmm.
Judge, from what Mr. Ford is telling me, he's adamant as far as the CVS, that retail theft, that he didn't do. I was asking for pretrial. I do understand the state's concerns, and I know the court's concerned, and that's why I guess what you would consider is level 2. He says that his mother will be able to verify his address, so at this time the defense would have an objection to level 2 pretrial, Judge.
Level 2, pretrial.
Thank you, Judge. Can I give pretrial his mother's phone number?
Only count 1.
Only count 1 pretrial, 3 ROR, everything else.
Yep. Well, it actually is a no charge on 2 already, and the retail theft is only $1, so ROR on that.
Oh, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Can I give pretrial his mom's phone number?
Sure.
It is 754-254-7701. And his mother's name is Edna. What's her last name? Edna Peoples. Edna Peoples.
It's a good stretching exercise, right?
No.
Judge, the next person we have is Mr. Cameron Silva. Come on up, Mr. Silva.
Hi, Mr. Silva.
Your Honor, he's here on a $1,000 bond on a grand theft. You are awarding him on the theft.
Hold on, let me just find him first. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, he's on page 5. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
He's got a $1,000 bond on a grand theft. He was ROR'd on a 3rd-degree illegal use of credit card and a misdemeanor theft. I'm asking that the court keep the bond in place. It appears he has really no ties to the community. His permanent address is in Texas. The probable cause affidavit lists an at-large address. He has a warrant out of the state of Texas right now for a violation of probation from an unauthorized use of a vehicle, and that warrant's from December 27th of 2016. He also had a prior 2012 terroristic threat of a family member or household member.
All right, on counts 2 and 3, I have $1 each. As bond, it says 100 here. And 1,000.
I had ROR, so I imagine.
What do you have, Ivy? Okay.
Judge, that is true. He's been residing here in South Florida now for about 9 months.
2020 Scott Street.
That is correct. It's a suitcase. That's the mailing address. That's not where he lives.
I understand.
I just didn't want to get misrepresent or misinform the court. But he is homeless. But that's where he gets his mail, and he's been here for 9 months. He did manage to get a new job for Precision Interior. He's been there for about 3 weeks. He doesn't want to risk losing that job right now, unfortunately. He has no point to post his bond. He's asking Your Honor to consider releasing him on pretrial release.
In the house. Find an apartment.
Okay, I'm going to put him on pretrial supervision, have him report 2 times a month. And call in 2 times a week.
There's a note you have to report there before 12 noon. If you don't report, there's going to be a warrant issued for your arrest. Listen to the judge.
Okay.
All right, you heard Mr. Romero. Report.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And Judge, the last gentleman we have here at Maine is Mr. Clinton Tripp.
Spell it.
Mr. Clinton,
Oh, I have it. Tripp.
The only thing holding Mr. Tripp is the possession of MDMA. His total bond is $100. He can't afford $100, Judge.
You set it at $100 when you violated his pretrial.
Judge, he has to stay. He lives in Oakland Park with his fiance. His fiance can't come up with the $100. So, Judge, we're asking for your honor to consider releasing him on pretrial release on the possession of MDMA for $100.
Hold on, who is this again?
Clinton Tripp, Your Honor.
Clinton Tripp.
You would ROR him to pretrial on this case, and he was released Friday, August 3rd. Pretrial GPS, actually. And I believe, Carrie Ann, if you could check, he never even showed up to pretrial.
Well, if he never showed up for pretrial, I'm not going to put him on pretrial.
No, I did show up, ma'am. They put the ankle monitor on me at pretrial. I was released from here to pretrial.
Judge, that is correct, Mr. Lunder. He did pick up a new trespassing.
So many people are talking, I can't hear anything, so.
Regardless of that, he went 4 days, Your Honor, and was arrested for a trespass. You revoked his pretrial and you set a $100 bond. And as the court tells people when you put them on pretrial not to commit they can't commit new law offenses. You tell them they may get held no bond. He's got a $100 bond on a felony now. And now he's asking to go right back out on a pretrial. You know, it's 40 once.
I'll wait till Mr. Lunder.
I don't think I have anything else I could possibly say.
The trespass, that is correct, Judge. That's the trespass was at a gas station. Judge, my understanding is he was going to meet some other individuals to go on a landscaping job, and that was where he was supposed to meet. I told him, even if for any sort of reason, you cannot go back there. But that was the circumstances behind him going back to that location. He's trying to work, but unfortunately right now he has no money, or else he would have bonded out on this $100.
He's already pled out, not counting the one he was just arrested on. He's pled out 4 separate trespasses this year. On state trespass. I don't know if there's municipal ordinance cases.
It was due to being homeless, and now I'm not homeless no more.
I thought you were, he was homeless, you just said that, Mr.
No, right now he's actually living at a place in Oakland Park.
Your Honor,
he's trying to work.
I can only hear one person. I'm not making any ruling. I'm just trying to look up this trespassing case to see where it was.
Just want the court to be aware. I'm being advised he tried to tamper with his GPS monitor. He tried to cut it off.
He removed it? Then I'm not doing anything. If he removed his GPS, I'm sorry.
No,
you don't talk. He went down to that gas station. It's a gas station. That's where the trespass. He went to try and meet somebody to work there. He was on a monitor. He suffered an accident. That was the one I told you about, that he got into an accident. When he got into an accident, that's when I believe first responders, police officers came, actually took him to the hospital. Before the police officer arrived, because he was kind of unconscious, and whoever was helping him out cut the band.
I can't hear you because everybody's talking in here. So what happened when the police came?
He was taken to the hospital.
And what happened with his monitor?
I believe the person, one of his friends that he was meeting to work, actually has the monitor with him.
No, but who took it off?
You don't say. I believe when he suffered that accident, the people that he was meeting up to work, when he was getting treated, they're the ones that took off the monitor.
When was the accident?
That day when he got arrested on that trespass.
Because the warrant says he tampered with it August 6th at 4:30 in the afternoon.
August 6th was the day he got arrested at that trespass.
No, that was August 7th at 11:15 in the morning. You might want to get his date straight.
Well, it does appear from looking at the probable cause affidavit, Judge, that the officer recognized him. He may not have even ever had a chance to explain that he had a legitimate purpose for being there.
The trespass isn't my concern. What's my concern is, I mean, he was put on a GPS and he's tampering with it. I mean, is it the public defender filed a motion? I mean, come on.
chance. If anything, I'll be put right back on the monitor. I have my job, I'll lose. You know what I'm saying? I never, you know, I got a proof of that my leg was swollen. I went to the hospital. I never tried to tamper with it, ma'am. I really just, I don't want to lose my job, and I have a place to stay. You know, I have all the equipment. I have everything. You know, I even can bring everything to them. You know, I'm just asking for a second chance, ma'am. I never tried to break no rules. I just had got into an accident, and yeah, you know, I just asked for a chance, ma'am.
I don't understand this, Mr. Romero. You're telling me he was looking for a job, but now he's saying he has a job. But then he went away in a, you know, he had to go away in an ambulance, or he was injured or went to the hospital. I mean, it's just not adding up, and he's ripping off his monitor. I mean, come on.
From what I could gather, Judge, the reason why he went to the gas station for work purposes, he goes and tries to meet up people to do a landscaping job. That's the job. When he was going to the gas station, that's when he suffered some sort of accident. His leg was swelling up. I believe, from what he's informing me, one of his friends saw that he's swelling up. He needs medical care. Cut the band. Law enforcement came, saw he was trespassed, took him to the hospital. That's what I can summarize.
No.
Their computer, Child's computer notifies them when it's being tampered with. And their system says it was tampered with the day before. I mean, Your Honor said a $100 bond before he even knew about the allegation of tampering with his monitor. So that's an even more aggravating fact.
Judge, it's up to you, but obviously, as you can see, $100, no one's pushing.
Obviously, if I would have known about it, I would have said $1,000 bond, knowing that he he took off his monitor. And, you know, I'm not here to judge it. This is all I can tell you is, you know, people are given chances. So go before his division judge. I hate to keep him in on $100, but I mean, what are we going to do? Put the monitor back on him and then he's going to rip it off again?
I promise
Then he's going to
just
have a reason?
Ma'am,
I'm
I
just
promise.
saying, you know, did you guys lose the monitor or did you get it back?
No, he has it still in his property. He said he still has it.
I mean, obviously there's something going on here with, and I know he's innocent until proven guilty, with drugs. Where is he living?
Oakland Park with my fiance. They have the address. They verified it, called her. Everything was good. I'm staying there. You know what I'm saying? I have all the equipment there. I can bring it all to them. I'm just asking that I just be re-put back on the sentence that.
And no one can pay $100 bond, but you live somewhere.
No, ma'am. I'm saying, but they have their own bills and stuff. You know, that's.
But wait a minute, Your Honor, I don't understand. If he cut off the equipment at the gas station, what's the equipment doing at someone else's house?
Because he was meeting somebody, and when his leg was swelling up, that's what he's telling me. One of his friends, one of the co-workers, they're the ones that actually cut it. So that person took the monitor with them. Maybe dropped it off at his fiance, I don't know.
Anything further from anybody?
No, Judge.
Have someone bring the GPS back. And then we'll reset this for a second look in, how many days does he need?
That I have at the house is the charger and the batteries and stuff. And only way for me to get the the actual monitor is to go to one of the people that I work with, the one who would have cut it off. I have all the equipment and stuff that at my people's house. If I would have had cut it off, I would have had it on. I would have returned it. You know what I mean? I would have had that.
All right, you know what? All I can say is he's going to have to contact somebody. Go before his division judge. I can't do it in this case. I'm sorry. If he finds it, then just reset it for a second look, okay? Thank you, sir.
Can we have a SAP order? That's my last request.
Sure.
NAAA at the Conti. The NAAA drug program at the Conti facility.
I believe he's saying that there's an NAAA program at the Conti facility. Can you make a recommendation?
Yeah, cool.
And I'm going to set his bond at $99, please. Did you hear that, Ivy? Yes. 99, please. I'm not going to order him there. I'm just going to recommend. All right. Keimbarg, Duke, please. DUGUE.
Bonded.
We did Valentine. Antonio Hageman. Hello, sir. How are you?
How you doing today, ma'am?
Good. You have an aggravated battery, great bodily harm, motion for ROR.
Information has been filed.
Okay, and information, sir, has been filed.
Excuse me, Your Honor, may I say one thing under my behalf?
Don't talk about the facts of your case. We have Mr. Reedy here, who's from the Public Defender's Office. Why don't you tell him, and if he wants you to tell me, then,
It's not about the case. I want to do a polygraph to prove my
That's about the
innocence.
case, Mr. Hageman, and as we talked about earlier when we discussed your case, told you you're not going to resolve anything here today. We can't plea it out. It's a felony. I told you I think you have a good case,
Here, this
but it's
one's
not
in
going to
the
get resolved here today.
Good, bro.
Thank you. Next one's Paul Ryan. Where's Erica Contreras? What? How come there's no one at Paul Ryan? Erica Contreras, is that where she is?
Well, she's at Paul Ryan, but the thing about this case, Your Honor, on the charge before the court, you are awarded a pretrial. She's being held no bond on a separate felony for a failure to appear capious, and she's also going before a judge tomorrow on the state's motion to revoke.
Okay, the motion to revoke on the morphine? Or in which case?
The possession of morphine is what we're here on. That was our award to pretrial.
Okay, so then why are we here today?
I don't know.
Was there no bond hold resolved?
No, she's being arraigned tomorrow, and there's a motion to revoke tomorrow.
Did I set this maybe by error? Let me see. don't see her here. Huh? I don't know why someone said her. It's not me. All right, so okay, let's delete her from the docket then. I thought maybe I said her an error, but I didn't. Okay? Christopher Fifley, we did. So then we have Jajuan Davis bonded. Wyatt Howard bonded. John Beckley bonded.
Yes.
So that's the end of the felony docket, correct?
Yes.
And then the misdemeanor, just let me check it. What about Jorge Gelos? We did him, right?
No,
What happened with him?
I was just talking to him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Where is he? Did he depart? Did he leave?
No, he's here. But they just called me about him.
Are you ready on him, or you need more time?
I talked with him for as long as I felt it was necessary.
Pardon?
I just need clarification. You're moving on to the next document, but I want to make sure my document is correct. You said Ron Davis is bonded?
Hold on.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
On the felony docket.
Right. Wyatt Howard?
Bonded.
John Beckley bonded.
Okay, and then Sabrina Davidson.
She bonded.
Here you go. Want to look at this fast? This will really help you. Look at the first page. Okay, let's get back Jorge Haihulos. Hello, sir. How are you? All right, so what are we doing with this case, Mr. Reedy?
Mr. Azulis indicated to me he'd like to resolve these matters today, Your Honor.
Okay, State, do you have an offer?
Offer is withhold and, let me just, one moment, Judge.
A withhold and what?
One moment. Withhold and court costs both counts, no return to the Dollar Tree at 3301 West Oakland Park Boulevard, Lauderdale Lakes.
Are these two separate cases or one case?
One case.
All right, sir, raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to tell the truth? No? Okay, Mr. Reedy, what's going on here?
I think that I believe the gentleman is suffering from some issues.
Okay, he went to
Based on
Judge
my
Wren, I think,
conversation
and
with
she
him,
refused.
He refused he said he wasn't interested in going to Judge Wren.
Okay, so when is he,
He's scheduled to see Judge Diaz tomorrow morning on a public
Division
defender's motion.
MS?
No, it's MJ.
He's doing, he can't be.
I'm just looking, he's scheduled 8/14, 9:30 a.m. per relief JA. On defense motion for a bond reduction.
I would not feel at all comfortable with any
Mr. Brian Brody can't talk to you now or in private.
You would not, what, Mr. Reedy?
Why is he not in his chair? Is he talking to me private now?
I'm back.
I just talked to you privately, Mr. Brian Brody, please, because we didn't resolve it yet.
All right, so it says you're going before your division judge, sir, tomorrow morning. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Okay.
You know what? Let's set his bond at $488 each count.
No.
How you doing? Okay. David Brown we did. Roy Range.
This is a battery case, Your Honor. You already denied a second look.
Why did I set this again? Maybe
I think the
to
public
look
defender
somewhere?
needs to get appointed, frankly.
Huh?
I think the public defender needs to get appointed, though. From what I can see in Odyssey, there's no attorney appointed. He's at
Where's
North.
Roy Range? It says NB, North Broward.
I have him on here as refused.
It says misdemeanor second look per judge.
He had a second look August 1st.
That might have been because we were trying to see if he called up someplace to live or something.
I just know you would set a $1,000 bond plus pretrial. And then a couple days later, he was back on a second look, and you said set in division, or you wrote, and motion denied.
Oh, defendant refused to appear for second look. Hearing. So motion denied. Huh?
No, I didn't. I see that now. I didn't. It's hard to read the first one.
What's the bond here?
It's 1,000, Your Honor. The reason I believe why Your Honor set those bonds, one, in this case,
This was the bus stop one.
It's the bus stop one where I believe he. Yeah, he attempted to throw coffee on the woman sitting at the bus stop and then punched her in the head and walked off. He pled out a battery January of this year where he randomly walked past the victim on the sidewalk and for some unknown reason he spit on the victim's face and chest.
Mm-hmm. When is he going before his division judge? Does he have a court date?
He doesn't have one yet. That's why I think he needs to have an attorney appointed.
All right, so I'm going to appoint the public defender. Did he refuse to appear?
Yes, Your Honor, that's refused.
We've already set a determination of counsel hearing for him.
All right, so when's that?
I don't see a date for it.
It hasn't been set on Odyssey yet.
All right, so...
So that's in the process. That was just done, so... last Thursday.
All right, so let him go before the division judge, okay?
I think, well, he's refuses to come. I mean, what else?
Nothing else we can do. Okay, so let's just delete him from the docket. Or did you do an order already? Madam Clerk?
I do have paperwork because I have to give the jail something.
Okay, then just say denied without prejudice, set for determination of counsel hearing before division judge. Okay, then we have Renee Keys. Did we do that one?
Yeah, not yet.
Miss Keys is, I am advised, downtown.
Oh.
And she has not yet returned to North Broward, so I don't know what's happening to her downtown.
She has a $25 bond. I put this I set.
She was arraigned this morning in front of Judge Paul.
Okay.
Judge Paul.
Yeah.
So can we see what happened maybe?
I don't see any update in BS. Let me see if I can find out.
Well, we can reset for tomorrow afternoon. See if you can find out, okay? This has Paul Ryan.
Is that Paul Ryan?
So let me just put, no one's at Paul Ryan.
I'm just saying.
So, defendant was, this is Judge Paul. Reset for 8/14/18. Okay, Madam Clerk, let's set Renee Kai's.
Last case.
Okay, Jody Ann McDonald.
Should be at North Broward.
I'm sorry?
The medical reset.
Okay, can we find out why she has a medical reset?
Yes, I can call.
Thank you, and then you can tell Mr. Reedy. Thank you. Did we do this woman, Felix Marquez?
Yes.
That's it then, except for Jody Ann McDonald. There's what? Who is this? Is he on the docket? Oh, it's a misdemeanor second look. All right, so Michelle will pull this up. No big deal.
It's case number 1800.
I have it.
Oh, you have it, okay.
I need it.
1800-7457
I have 8757.
He had two possession of marijuana. One of them resolved. This is
So which case number is it, Michelle?
7457.
7457, okay. Possession of cannabis, 20 grams or less, right? Michelle, print it out. Michelle will print it out for you, okay? You're welcome.
The seasoning place guy. Wait, let me see. I must need to set that up.
I know.
Oh, wait, this pistachio. Should have brought this.
No, that's not pistachios.
They have good ones over there.
No pistachios.
Considering how much you love pistachios.
just bollocks for seasoning. Good.
So what are we doing with this? State, anything, any objection to a withhold?
Nope.
All right, let's bring out Dwayne Schneider. Is he there?
Right now.
Okay.
And I'm finding out about the other one right now.
Okay, I just figured while you were doing that, we'd do this. Okay. All right, sir, you're here on a second look for possession of marijuana. Need 7457. Possession of marijuana, 20 grams or less. $100 bond. It's my understanding you want to resolve your case today?
Yes,
All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to tell the truth?
I swear.
All right. So, Mr. Schneider, it's my understanding you want to give up your right to a trial?
Yes.
Anybody forcing you to do this?
Nope.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Nope.
Ever been treated for a mental illness?
No.
You understand that if you don't want to admit to the charge today, the court would ROR you and change the bond from $100 to an ROR, and you could come back and fight your case. You understand that?
I understand.
All right, you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, if you plead to this charge, it could result in deportation proceedings and affect your ability to remain in the United States.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So understanding everything that I explained to you, you want to plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest to possession of marijuana under 20 grams?
No contest.
Do you feel that this plea is in your best interest?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the advice of your attorney, Mr. Reedy, who you spoke to on the phone?
Yes.
Okay, you can see him. He's in the courtroom, right?
Yes, I can see him.
Okay.
I
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that's who you were talking to. So, all right, so how do you wish to plead to possession of marijuana, no contest?
Yes.
Okay.
No contest.
Court's going to accept your plea, find that's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file and finds probable cause for the plea. Withhold of adjudication, and I have to impose by law $308 in court costs. You have 6 months to pay that. You can make partial payments. The court does take judicial notice of the time that you served in the Broward County Jail. You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. Thank you, sir, and good luck to you. You're done with this case except for paying the $308. And if you don't pay that, sir, then your license is going to get suspended. And if you're caught driving while your license is suspended, you get arrested and a $25 late fee, and it goes on and on, okay? So pay the $308. Even if you have to make partial payments, you can do it online or go to any of the 4 courthouses. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. He said give him a moment. Someone coming in? You hear that?
That might be Jackie trying to get in.
The door's unlocked.
Oh.
Maybe it's someone next door in foreclosure. No. No way. You sent those 2 things, so we should have 4 people going over to the CRC today.
Set up for the morning, she's sick.
Yes, tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning. Well, they're going tomorrow morning.
Everybody, yeah. She said she needs a week to train them.
Oh, really?
Doesn't matter to me. Okay. What'd you say?
So let's put it on for the morning.
I would rather put her on for the afternoon. All right, so Jody Ann McDonald to. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good night.
All right, Judge, we'll see you tomorrow, Madam Clerk. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Are you gonna be here tomorrow too?
All right, Madam Clerk, I put that there for you on that one. So 8:14. What was that banging? Yeah, we heard like ba-boom, ba-boom in here. We were wondering what it was. I will lock it right now.
All right, have a nice evening, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.